Right now, the capital city of Afghanistan is under Taliban control. Over the last couple of months, the Taliban taken every major city in Afghanistan, mostly without having to fight. Taliban forces broke into Kabul's main jail over the weekend and freed prisoners, including members of al-Qaeda. The Biden administration is defending its decision to take out U.S. troops. Secretary of State Antony Blinken blamed the Afghan security forces for not putting up a fight. This morning, we're also hearing from people in Colorado over the Afghan situation. 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez joins us now. And Jordan, we heard from some people with connections to Afghanistan.
Yeah, Gary, so we were actually able to speak directly with Democratic representative here from Colorado, Jason Crow. And as you mentioned, he is a veteran who served in Afghanistan. Part of his thoughts, of course, are with everyone else who served there as well, saying that they should absolutely be proud of their work, despite this not being how anyone wanted this war to end. But his bigger focus as of right now, and what he says should be the main priority, is, of course, evacuating all U.S. citizens from the country, as well as our Afghan partners there. Now, Crow started calling for the evacuation actually back in April after the Biden administration had announced the withdrawal of combat troops. He says what is happening in Afghanistan today is why the evacuation process should have actually started even sooner. And despite the billions of dollars spent helping to build the Afghan army there, he says the United States could not have been at war there forever.
Well, the one thing we could always control is honoring our promises to the people that stood by us shoulder to shoulder. That's why, going all the way back to April, I said we needed to start the evacuations and getting it going.
It's hard to be hopeful, for the folks in Afghanistan. It's hard to be hopeful, but all we can do is pray for them. To the members of here, what I encourage them, find ways how we can support, the women and the children.
So that second person that you just heard from is a man named Tamim, and he is the father of a 15-year-old girl. He was also born in Afghanistan, by the way, and he says it is very difficult thinking about the progress that women had in the country over the last 20 years, just stripped away in just a matter of days. And as you just heard him say, he is encouraging everyone to find ways to be an ally at this time. And sometimes that just starts with asking people in this community how they are doing, and of course offering whatever support they can at this time. For 9 News, I'm Jordan Chavez.
Jordan, thanks. This trouble in the country can be traced back, centuries and years, thousands of years actually. But lately, in 1979, when the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan assassinated the Afghan president. Then in 1996, the Taliban largely took control of the country. You remember September 2001, the attacks on the United States brought the United States into that conflict. Al-Qaeda had trained and planned that in Afghanistan. By December, U.S. and allied forces drove the Taliban from power. Al-Qaeda also dispersed. Then in May 2011, Osama bin Laden was found and killed by U.S. Navy SEALs. Since 2016, when President Trump was elected, he promised troop withdrawal. It began in earnest in 2020, and then President Biden announced a full withdrawal plan several months ago. Some of the people who have the most to lose here, the people who helped the United States in the war and can't get out now. And of course, Afghan women. When the Taliban ruled the country before, they mostly had to stay in their homes. Education and work out of the question.